Okay, so today we are going to be studying the poem The Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree. Okay, so what do you all understand with the word farewell? What does a farewell mean? So in school we used to keep farewell programs, right? So a farewell simply means a goodbye. Okay, so a farewell means a goodbye. So here they are telling farewell to barn and stack and tree. Okay, so farewell to barn and stack and tree means they are telling goodbye to the barn and stack. Okay, so barn means a storage. Just write it down. Barn means a storage. Stack means a pile of things. Okay, so tree is, y'all know, that's a normal tree. Okay, so farewell to barn and stack tree means telling goodbye to their stored pile of things. Okay, so yeah, wait. Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree. So this story is basically about a love triangle. Okay, so if I tell you about the author, okay, A.E. Houseman. A.E. means Alfred Edren Houseman. Okay, so this person is, wait, I'll tell you about him later. So about this poem, okay, so this poem written by Farewell, sorry, this poem Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree, written by A.E. Houseman, is based on a love triangle, which means two boys fell in love with the same girl. Okay, so that is why, so these two boys are brothers, they are blood related. Okay, they have the same type of blood group, which means they are brothers. So these two brothers fell in love with one single girl. So due to that, having that as a reason, one of the brother has killed the other. Okay, so that is basically the whole summary of this poem. And behind the scenes in solo, so somewhat like that. They haven't told the reason why, like main reason onum sollilla, but the guide and the other teacher's guide tell us so. Okay, so the main reason why the brother killed the other is because of a love triangle, which means both of the boys, I mean both of the brothers, fell in love with one single girl. So these both of these boys, okay, so both of these boys work in a farmyard. Okay, so there is two people called what there, like I'll tell you what are the characters inside this poem. Okay, so here we have Morris, we have Terence, and we have the other brother, which means A.E. Houseman, because he's the narrator, right? So we can't actually say the brother's name. Okay, so here they are saying, so shall we go to the poem line? So I'll explain you. Undona pokula, I'll teach you all. Okay, so did you all write farewell and goodbye? Barn means storage, stack means pile of things. Okay, done.
Yeah.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So farewell to barn and stack and tree, farewell to seven show. Terence, if you're lost at me, for I come home no more. The sun burns on the half-mown hill, by now the blood is dried. And Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. My mother thinks us long way, this time the field were mown. She had two sons at rising day, tonight she'll be alone. And here's a bloody hand to shake, and oh man, here's goodbye. We'll sweat no more on scythe and rake, my bloody hands and I. I wish you strength to bring you pride, and a love to keep you clean. And I wish you luck come Lamastide at racing on the green. Long for me the rick will wait, and long will wait the fold, and long will stand the empty plate, and dinner will be cold. So this is a ballad poem. Okay, a ballad poem means, which means like the cover tone la thane solre. So it has a narrative style, it has a tune and a slang which it goes by. Okay, so this is a ballad poem. Okay, a narrative poem. So do you all know what is a hay? Like hay, hay, like in the egg parts and all they used to put, right? Why cold solo Tamilala. Okay, so that is called a pile of hay. Okay, so here barn means a storage, adaru storeroom, warehouse ennalam sollum tane. Yeah, stores my. So bar means a storage room or a storage space. Okay, stack means a pile of things, or a large pile of things is tied together, so we call it as a pile. Okay, so that is called as stack. So I told you, right? So these both of these brothers are working in one single farm. Okay, so they have to deal with all of these stuffs, right? This barn, stack and trees, and skite, rake, field. So all of these, they are day by day they used to deal with these stuffs. So for an example, now let's say I am that brother. Okay, I am the brother, which I am like now. I'm going to kill my own brother due to that love triangle. Okay, so we both fell in love with a girl, so I'm going to kill my brother. Okay, just imagine. So, like before I kill him, my heart knew, right? My heart knew that I'm going to kill him. நான் இவரை கொல்ல போறேன்னு அவரை கொல்ல முதவே எனக்கு தெரியும், right? I know. So before that, I will feel a guilt, right? How then this is my own brother. We are same blooded. So now I am going to kill him. But like before I do that, before I take that particular action, I knew that I am going to kill my brother. So I will feel a guilt in my heart, right? Obviously, maybe my love for that girl is more than the love for my brother. So that's something different. However, I attempt to kill my brother, right? So before I kill my brother, from the bottom of my heart, I knew that my mom will be losing one child. Okay, so like if we say, like the third paragraph, it says, "My mother thinks us long way. She had two sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone." So at rising day, like if we say rising day, na indiki morning video kola she had two sons, but tonight in a rawa kola she'll be having only one. Why? Because today I'm going to kill my brother. Okay, so that's the hidden meaning they are giving here. Okay, so we'll come from the first two lines. Okay, farewell to barn and stack and tree, farewell to seven show. So, can you all tell me what is the technique used here, darlings? The first two lines.
The
Sorry.
repetition is used in the first two lines. Anaphora?
Yes, anaphora, very good. Repetition is not the right word. Okay, repetition means like the first letters are same or the sounds are same. But anaphora means, I think Ifraikram is a new girl to the class. So anaphora means the first two lines, I mean, not the first two lines, like the first two words of lines are same. Okay, so you all can see farewell and farewell had been repeated in the first line and second line. So these two words farewell are the first words of that particular lines. First line lame, second line lame, ikira first word வந்து ரெண்டும் farewell. So both of those words are same. So we call that technique as anaphora. Okay, so which means repeatingly we have first two similar words. Okay, so just mark it. Okay, farewell circle பண்ணி ரெண்டையும் சேர்த்து anaphora போட்டுக்கோ. So farewell to barn and stack and tree, farewell to seven show. So they are telling farewell na goodbye. Like I told you all, the now this brother now A.E. Houseman thane. So now I'll tell you all the two names of the brothers. One is Houseman because he is narrating the poem, and Morris. Okay, Morris is the person who is getting murdered, who is getting killed. Avartan Saurar. Okay, the narrator is killing, and Morris, the brother Morris, is being killed. Okay, so just understand that concept for now. Okay, so farewell to barn and stack country, farewell to seven shores. So now this brother knew right now, as I told you all earlier, from the bottom of his heart, he knew that he is now going to kill his own brother in a while. Okay, so now he is telling farewell to all of the stuffs around him, all of the things around him. He knew that now if my brother dies, இதெல்லாம் மாறும் அப்படின்னு he knew, right? என்ன இருந்தாலும் the love towards that girl was more. Okay, that's why he attempted this murder. He even killed his own brother. Why? Because he had so much love towards that girl. So nothing is mentioned behind, like what is the reason he killed. இதெல்லாம் வந்து poemலயோ இதுலயோ mention பண்ணில்ல. But these are the stuffs you have to know. Like this is the reason behind this murder. Okay. So now what happened is, okay. Farewell to barn and stack country, farewell to seven shores. So now this brother is telling bidding farewell. Okay, so that's a good word to use, bidding farewell. Okay, so this person, A.E. Houseman, is bidding farewell to all of the things around him. Why? Because if a kondona, he can't live freely, no. Like people will start coming and searching him, and all the other people will coming and blaming, no. So he also have to get lost, no. He can't go home after he kills his brother. Why? Because his mother will ask, what happened to Morris? Where is he? What did you do? Because however, இப்ப விஷயம் போகும் தானே எப்படியும், so he can't live as he usually lives. He have to escape from that place. So that might be the last day in the yard for both of them. Okay, both ரெண்டு பேருக்குமே அதுதான் அந்த யார்ட்ல இருக்கிற last day. Why? Because after A.E. Houseman kills Morris, he can't live in that surrounding as usual. So he also should leave that place and move somewhere unknown. Okay, so now he's bidding farewell to all of the things around him. Why? Because obviously he will be missing all of those stuffs. Okay, so he's telling farewell to barn and stack and tree. So now he's telling goodbye to the storage room, and stack means I told you a pile of things. No, so farewell to barn and stack and tree means he's telling goodbye to the storage room and the pile of things I have packed. So even though these things are non-living, he's still bidding farewell. Why? Because he has a sorrow in his heart. Okay, he doesn't want to do that murder. The one the love is blind, right? So that is the only reason behind it. He really doesn't want to kill his brother or something like that. Why? Like the love towards that girl was very strong. That is the only reason why this brother attempted to kill his own blood relation. Okay, so farewell to Seven Shore. So what is Seven Shore?
A riverbank in England.
Very good. So a Seven Shore is a river in UK. Okay. So what is a technique you all can find in Seven Shore? Seven Shore என்ன டெக்னிக் இருக்குது?
Auditory imagery, madam.
No.
Ma'am, S is capital, right?
Yeah, that's fine. But that is because it is a noun. No, a place is a noun. So they have put that as capital. That's noun suti. I'm asking what's the technique?
So both the first letters are same.
Yeah, so what is the technique there? You literally came closer to the answer, Ifra. So if both the first letters are same, what is the technique? Sorry?
Is it alliteration?
Yes, very good. Seven show is alliteration. Okay, SS, seven show. So just circle both of the S's and write alliteration.
Ma'am,
Okay, so yes.
definition for alliteration.
Definition for alliteration means it is somewhat similar to repetition. Okay, so like alliteration in the same letters. Okay, seven show ரெண்டும் வந்து sir sound இல்ல, but they have the same letters, but they have different sound. No, sir and sure are two different sounds, but still both of them have the same letter, so we call it as alliteration. Repetition means we have to have the same sound. Shernda sh, chernda ch, sernda sir. Like repetition means same sound. Alliteration means same letter. We don't mind about the sound in alliteration. Is that clear? Is it clear, dear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So alliteration means we have to have the same letter. That's it. There's no any other necessities for alliteration. Same letter rendu wordlim inda we call it as alliteration. But if we have the only if we have the same sound, we call it as repetition. Shernda, shernde ikonum. SS in then solely we can't call it as repetition. Okay. So here we have seven shono. Seven is sir. Show is sure. So sir and sure are two different sounds. So here we can't take it as repetition. Why? Because sir and sure are two different sounds. Here the both letters are S, so we can take it as alliteration. Okay, so Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. So here a new character is being introduced into the poem called Terence. So whom do you all think Terence is?
A horse?
What, a horse?
Or the imaginative character of A. Houseman?
No.
Ma'am, my school teacher says it's a dog.
It's a dog? No.
His friend or a person who is in front of him?
No. Like the exact thing is we can't actually like a curator, we can't predict who Terence is. Okay, but rather we can't say that he's a pet, we can't say that he's a friend. Okay, we can't like imagine whether he is a human being or he's an animal or he's a plant. அப்படி ஒன்றும் we can't say. Okay, but Terence we can't say whether he is actually living or not because nothing is mentioned. Okay, we can't like predict this is the right answer. This is the pill and we can't say. But we assume that Terence is someone or something which is closer to the narrator. That's all. He is attached to that character. We can't say whether it is living or unliving. We can't say whether it is a human or an animal. But Terence is a person or a thing which is or who is closer to the narrator. Is that clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. So Aidan, I told, now the narrator is not speaking. Now from the bottom of his heart, he knew that he is going to kill his brother. So now he is telling, Terence, look your last at me. Terence, என்னைய கடைசா பாத்துக்கோங்க, நான் வீட்டுக்கு வர மாட்டேன். For I come home no more. So why is he telling that he is not coming home? So why is the narrator telling that he won't be able to come home again? Like, he's not the person who's being killed, right? He can come home whether he wants or not. Like, whatever the time he is, he can come and go. But still he's telling that he won't be able to return home. So why do you think is the reason behind this phrase, for I come home no more?
Because he is leaving the place.
Yes, even though he's not being killed, he's the murderer, no? So he won't be able to come back to the same place. Sorry. Okay, so I was talking about that. Yeah, for I come home no more. So even though he is not being killed, he is alive, no? So whether he wants or no, he can come and visit that yard and go, no? But still he is telling Terence to look him for the last time because he's not going to come back home. So the reason behind this is, like, if he attempts a murder, if he attempts to kill his own blood relation, if he attempts to kill his own brother, he will have that guilt. So he won't be able to be the but same character once he returns to the same place. So he won't be returning. Why? Because people will be questioning him. Okay. So now both of the brothers, like even Morris and Houseman, are going to bid farewell to the same place. Why? Because they knew that they are not going to return. Okay, like Morris do not know anything. Okay, he's like, இதனால் நான் நீக்கிற place தான், like every day I will be here அப்படின்னு தான் Morris is thinking. Like, he's not bidding farewell. Why? Because he doesn't know that he's going to be killed. Okay, so yeah, Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. So in the first paragraph, I'll come again. Okay, farewell to barn and stack and tree, farewell to seven show. So here a houseman is bidding farewell to the barn. Barn means storage, stack means a pile of things. So he is telling farewell to the barn and stack and tree also. Yes.
So is the first stanza before he kills?
Yeah, before he kills.
So the second stanza.
Like, இது வந்து like it's not a like kill பண்றத he's not showing it as an activity, no. So we can't correctly assume it. It might be like the third paragraph sorry, fourth paragraph is, and he has a bloody hand to shake, and oh man, he has a goodbye. So in that they are telling the blood is already dried, no. So in that case we can assume that he has already killed his brother and now he's bidding farewell and he's going to leave. அப்படி we can assume, or else we can think like அவர் இதெல்லாம் நினைச்ச வேர்ட்ஸ், நோ. லைக் கில் பண்ணி கொண்டு இந்த போயம் படிச்சு முடிக்க மாட்டாரே. இது வந்து அந்த இன்சிடென்ட்டை we can't assume, but as they are telling the blood is already dried, we can say that this is after he kills. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so in the first paragraph, what else do we have? Farewell to barn and stack and tree, farewell to seven show. Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. So in the first two lines, we can find the technique anaphora, which means the same similar words used in two adjacent lines. And seven show is a river in UK. Okay, so there we have the technique of alliteration because the same letters S and S are used repetitively. So Terence is considered to be a person or a thing which is more closer to the narrator. So the narrator is also being worried. Why? Because he's going to miss Terence. But anyways, he did not get back with his decision of killing his brother. Okay, so he's telling Terence to look him for the last time because he will not be coming back home again. So are you clear with the first paragraph? Do you all have any doubts?
Ma'am, tree
Yes.
means far more. The rhyming words, right?
Sorry.
tree, me, show and more.
Yeah. Tree, me, show, more. So here they have used abba abba rhyming scheme, which means first line is rhyming with the third one and the second line is rhyming with the fourth one. So if we take tree as A, we have to take me as also A. So if we take show as B, we have to take more as B. So we are saying abba abba, A B A B. Okay, it's a rhyming scheme. Yeah, good. So throughout the whole poem, they have used the abba abba rhyming scheme. Okay. So other than that, do you all have any doubts? Yes means yes, no means no.
No, ma'am. Clear.
Ifra,
No, miss, no doubts.
Minha.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I will give you all a 7 minutes break. You all can go and pray Maghrib and come because the class will be continuing until 8:15. No. So now it's 6:43. By 6:50, you all have to return. Okay. Soon, if you all are praying, go and pray and come. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Hello, girls. Are you all back?
Yes, ma'am. Back.
Okay. How about the other two? Okay.
Ma'am, your voice is type of lagging.
Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Minha, are you back? Can I start? Minha. Okay, fine. So I completed the first paragraph, farewell to one secondary, farewell to seven show. So make these lines, okay? Because when you all are writing critical essay answers, no one is going to come and lend you the book. Okay, so you all have to have these lines in your mind. So it's not like the full இன்னிதான் பாடமா அப்படின்னா full பாடமாக்க தேவையில்ல, but you all have to like keep remembering the lines. Okay, like இதுக்கு போறதுதான் வரும். So if I need to explain this point, I have to use these lines. அப்படின்னு you all have to memorize. Okay, but personally I memorized all of the poems before my exam, so it's up to you. Okay, if you all can remember, then it's fine, but நீங்க எழுதுற இது தாண்டி கொண்டு போவீங்க தானே, but sometimes it might not come. So there are some situations like that, so it's better to have a proper what remembrance on each and every lines. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, so the second paragraph, the sun burns on the half moon hill. By now the blood is dried, and Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. Okay, so here the sun burns on the half moon hill. Girls can't hear
The
clearly.
half work, like that is like the half work is done.
No. The sun burns on the half mound hill means like here half mound hill in the அவங்க சொல்றது என்னன்னா, like there is a process of cutting grasses. No, so when they are doing their farm works, they have a process of cutting grass. So like they are telling for that day, half mound hill means a hill area of a farm where grain is reaped. Okay, so இப்போ grain வந்து first அவங்க pluck பண்ணுவாங்க, அப்புறம் they will the உரிக்கிற process அப்படி they have a very long process. No, so in that process, half of the process is done for that day, which means it is 12 past. Okay, noon past. Like they are telling it's a on the veil, appadi veilara neram. It's a very sunny day. Like on the 12 past hour, it will be so sunny. No, so they are telling it is that type of a weather. Okay, so but during that time, if the blood is drained on the way, it will quickly dry, because why? The sun is too bright. Okay, so the sun burns on the half mound hill. By now the blood is dried. Okay, so the sun another the 12 past noon hour the sun will be very bright. No, so that time people can't walk on the road very long time. So it is a very harshly like the strong brightness only. So during that time, if there is anything on the road like blood or water, it will dry very soon. Okay, so half mound hill means the process of cutting grasses or the process of harvesting is halfway done. Okay, so it is a half mound hill means a hill area of a farm where grain is reaped. Okay, so a grain reap ஆயின there's a very small process. Okay, like half of the process is done. So இப்போ ஒரு farm yardல இப்போ evening ஆகக்குள்ள they have to close and go. No, like evening they won't be doing any harvesting work. So their day is from early morning to like evening 4 or 5. So during that day, half of the day is done by 12 o'clock ஆகக்குள்ள 12 p.m. ஆகக்குள்ள half of their work is done. So half mound hill means the process of that day is halfway done. So during that time, now Morris is already being killed. Sorry, so in this poem, they're not telling he took the knife and meant he went closer to him, he got scared and he shocked and he killed. அப்படி ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. So clearly they are telling by now the blood is dried, which means you have to understand that by now Morris is being killed by his brother. Is it clear? Yes
Yeah.
means yes, no means no. Okay. Okay, so by now the blood is dried, and Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. So underline the word Morris and write as victim. Okay, so Morris is acting as the victim here. Why? Because he's being killed. So what do you all think is the mistake that he did for having the punishment of being killed or being murdered? What did he do?
Because he loved the same girl.
Yes, they both fell in love with the same girl. So one of the brothers attempted to kill the other. So underline the word Morris and write as victim. Okay. So and Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. So if settadu poro, he can't walk and go no. After he is being killed, he can't walk and go and get hidden or get buried. Like someone has to do it for him. So now he is being killed and he's still lying amongst the hay. What is hay?
Madam, in Tamil, they say Vaikul.
வெரி குட் எஸ் ஹே மீன்ஸ் வைக்கோல் அந்த முட்டை எல்லாம் வைக்கப்போ கூட போட்டு தருவான் பார்சல்ல அதுதான் வைக்கோல் சரியா ஹேண்டா அது அந்த யூ ஆல் நோ ரைட் தட்ஸ் டைப் ஆஃப் what material they use in the farmyard and stuff so அது வந்து இப்ப பெருசா கட்டி வைக்க போக அது வந்து லைக் அந்த இப்ப படத்துல மீக்கும் தானே லைக் people will be going and falling on that like அது ஸ்பஞ்ச் மாய்க்கும் so அது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய பல்கா வைக்க கொள்ள it's like a very huge area like அது huge area வந்து கவர் ஆகும் so in that area only Maurice is being killed சரியா அவ அதுல அப்படியே கொண்டு இப்படி போட்டுக்கிறாங்க so now he is dead and he is lying amongst the hay okay so இப்ப after he's being killed there will be blood drowning bro so all of the blood which is drowned is now dried why because the sun is burning so much brighter so and my knife is in his side so through this you all can say that the equipment which he used to kill his own blood related brother is just a knife okay so and my knife is in his side so the instrument or the equipment which he used to kill his brother was his knife okay so that knife is being beside Morris still he's lying amongst the hay and the knife which was used to kill him is still by his side so now we can say that he is being killed is it clear
Yeah, ma'am.
yes or no? Okay, so here now in the second paragraph we can say that Morris is dead. Now he is no more. So idukku poro varadella we can say that it is after he is being dead. So can you all tell me what is the technique used in the last two lines of the second paragraph? Last two lines of the second paragraph. And Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. Two techniques. Iki. Come on. Sorry.
Anaphora is used.
Yeah, anaphora is used. Good. What's the other one? The ரெண்டு லைனையும் வெச்சி சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம் there is a technique. Anaphora is the first one. What's the second technique? Most of y'all might not know this, but I think I did it.
Ma'am, could you repeat what you said?
In which part did you leave, ma?
Um, uh, uh,
Second paragraph you moved.
yeah.
Okay, so I was telling about and Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side.
And you
So
said
now,
Morris is the victim.
yes,
And that
Morris is the victim. Okay, so during this time, Morris is already dead. Okay, so ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋ ವಾರದೆಲ್ಲ there is two techniques used in the last two lines of the second paragraph. And Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. So in the ரெண்டு linesலயும் ரெண்டு technique iki. So first one was anaphora. Ifra told that the first technique is anaphora. That's correct because and is used repetitively in both the lines. So I'm asking you all now, what is the second technique used in these two lines?
Madam, metaphor.
Where is metaphor?
visual imagery.
Visual imagery is in the whole poem. No, that one we can't take it as a specific technique. So why do you take
Imagery,
that?
madam?
Allergy.
No. Minha, why did you say it as metaphor? சும்மா வாய்க்கு வந்து சொன்னேன் அப்படியா
Miss, is it a frenzy?
Is it a?
Frenzy, like something which happened but it's not planned.
No, it is already planned. No. Can someone held a murder without planning? He's already planned about this murder. I don't
But
think
from
y'all
the
are gonna miss.
entire poem, there is a rhyme scheme, like it does it.
Rhyming scheme, yeah, that's fine. Every paragraph, rhyming scheme is there. Special
Uh,
technique. Minha, why did you tell it as metaphor? Can you explain?
I told just madam.
அதான் சொன்னேன் வாய்க்கு வந்து சொன்னேன் அதான் அப்ப உண்மை.
Yeah.
Okay. Metaphor means comparing two unrelated things which has something in common. No? So for an example, we'll say a person is having a dark skin color. So a crow is also having a black color. No? So the crow and the person, if we compare, they both are completely two unrelated things. The crow is an animal and the human is a human. So a metaphor means comparing two unrelated things which has something in common. So both of them have something in common, that is the color. So that is called metaphor. Metaphorனா ரெண்டுமே unrelated things இருக்கும். ஆனா ரெண்டையும் நான் compare பண்றோம் because they have something in common. That is called metaphor. So இன்னைக்கு அந்த மாதிரி ரிலேஷன்ல ஒன்றும் இல்லை. So we can't take as metaphor. Okay. நானே சொல்றேன், எப்படி நீ எல்லாம் சொல்ல மாட்டீங்க எனக்கு தெரியும். So enjambment. So do you all remember a technique called enjambment? அது
ma'am,
என்ன
I know this term, but I forgot what it is.
spellings. Do you all know how does it spell? Enjambment. So I'll send it in the group. Okay, I mean the group chat. Enjambment. So this is how it goes. Okay, enjambment. Enjambment. So enjambment is a technique which means we should read both the lines continuously in order to understand the meaning. ரெண்டு லைனையும் ஒரு லைனை ரீட் பண்ணிட்டு ஒருத்தருக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணல ஏன்னா அது ஒரு லைன்ல மட்டும் அதுல மீனிங் இருக்காது. ரெண்டு லைனையும் ரீட் பண்ணினா தான் we can understand the meaning. So that is called enjambment. We have to read both the lines continuously in order to get the meaningful sentence. Okay, so இந்த லைன்ல பாருங்க, and Morris amongst the hay lies still. அவர் சும்மா சாஞ்சு கொண்டிருக்கிறாருன்னு தான் நினைப்போம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லைனை மட்டும் ரீட் பண்ணா. And my knife is in his side. Now we can understand that he's already being killed and the knife is beside him. Now understand. So இன்னைக்கு enjambment technique is used, which means we should read both the lines in order to understand the meaning. Is it clear, girls?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay. Shall we move on to the third para? கொஞ்சம் பேசினா தான் எனக்கு கிளாஸ் வைக்கணும், அப்படி இருந்தா நானும் போயிட்டுருவேன் அப்படியே.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
Azan.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, done.
Okay. So, do you understand the first two paragraphs? Do you all have any doubts about the techniques or the meanings or like the incident?
No doubts, miss.
Okay. So, we can move on to the third paragraph. My mother thinks us long away. This time the field were mown. She had two sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. Okay. So, here my mother thinks us long away. This time the field were mown. So, this time this time delay. So டிஸ்ன்றது வந்து it is archaic language. Okay, so we call it as biblical language also. அது வந்து பழைய யூஸ் பண்ண ஒரு இங்கிலீஷ் லட்டின் மாதிரி. It's also a type of language. Okay, so அதுல டிஸ்ன்னு இருக்கிறது, that is the meaning is it is. It isக்கு தான் டிஸ்ன்னு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க. Okay, just underline that tis and write it as it is. So now they're talking about his mother. Okay, my mother thinks us long away. This time the field were mown. So this means past they were mourning, but not in the present. சரியா? அவன் வந்து இந்த டைம்ல எல்லாம் இருந்தா they would have been mourning. So mourning is also a process of their farmyard. Okay, so now is he really worried about his murder? கணக்கெல்லாம் மீக்கிறாரா, or else do you think that he is worried? கொஞ்சம் கவலையா தான் இக்கி அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
Yeah, he feels guilty, no, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, yeah, he's like kind of worried. He doesn't want to do this, but still he have to. Otherwise, he's like forced in that situation. Like his love towards that girl is more stronger than the other emotional senses for him. Okay, so yeah, so now he's like what worried about his mother. Like during the rising day, in the morning, avakola she had two sons, but today, as I have killed my own brother, tonight she'll be alone. Even though he is not killed, he's not going to return home, no. So tonight she won't have both of her sons. Okay, because one is being killed by the other, so both of them won't be returning back home. So he's worried about his mother also. So here, can you all tell me what is being used? She had two sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. What's the technique? Technique in the sense, yeah, kind of technique, but yeah, tell me what is used. She had two sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone.
Miss, can you repeat what you asked now?
I'm asking what is the technique used in the line? She had two sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. What's the technique used there? So you all can see their flashback is being used. Flashback na palasa patti pesirayum, like it's a flashback. So
Flashback is also technique.
yeah, flashback we can't take it as an exact technique, but it is like on the imagery is my or scene flashback. Okay.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Madam, while we are writing a critical essay, we can include these stuffs.
Yes, obviously we have to. Techniques you can include even though they're not asking you about that. That is like an additional point for you all. They won't அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு 2-3 மார்க்ஸ் தர மாட்டாங்க, பட் இட் வில் பி கன்சிடர்ட் ஆஸ் அ லைக் உங்களுக்கு விஷயம் தெரியும் அப்படின்றது மீட்டர் ஆகும். லைக் டெக்னிக்ஸ் ஈக்குதுன்னு யூ ஆல் கேன் பாயிண்ட் அவுட். அதை வந்து அதுக்குன்ற 4-5 லைன் யூஸ் பண்ணாம the poet has used the technique of flashback in order to give more meaningful for this incident. அப்படி just short and sweet you can mention about the technique. Manisha, அப்படி.
Yeah.
Okay, so here flashback is being used. Why? Because the houseman is talking about the past, that she hadன்றது வந்து ஒரு past tense. Okay, she had two sons at rising day. இருந்துச்சு, but இப்பைக்கா இல்ல, at the present she doesn't have. She had two sons at the rising day. Tonight she is alone. Okay, so it is about a flashback. So இதுல இந்த paragraphல அவள ஒன்றும் இல்ல. It is just he's being worried about his mother who has no sons at all. Today during the rising day she had two sons, but tonight she doesn't even have one. Why? Even though he is alive, he won't be returning back home. Okay. Okay, so and here's a bloody hand to shake, and oh man, here's goodbye. Will sweat no more on scythe and rake my bloody hands and I. So here he is being so guilty. In the paragraph la than engalukku sariya sollelum he is feeling guilty. So this is the best example which you all can take. Why? Because he is telling my bloody hands and I. Okay. So now he is telling, and here's a bloody hand to shake. So a bloody hand to shake என்ன கையெல்லாம் ரத்தம் இதாங்க ஷேக் பண்ணுங்க அப்படி இல்ல சரியா. He is telling that he is not pure anymore. He is impure. He's having a scar on his heart. Why? Because he has killed his own brother. Okay, so he is not pure. He's no longer pure. Why? Because he has been attempted a murder. Adum eppadi yaar murder his own brother. So from then onwards, from that moment onwards, he is not considering himself as a pure soul. Okay, because he has conducted a murder. Okay, so now he's telling, and here's a bloody hand to shake, and oh man, here's goodbye. Now he's telling Sari Pananipadim, I have to leave this place. Now he's telling goodbye, and he's telling here's a bloody hand to shake. So if we comparatively, if we take other normal people and if we take this murderer, all the other people have just hands to shake, but this murderer have bloody hands to shake, which means he is comparatively, he is not pure compared to the other people. Why? Because he has attempted a murder. Okay, we'll sweat no more on scythe and rake my bloody hands and I. Now in a wheel in the use paniki, we will, it's a contracted form of we will. So whom do you think is that we?
The brothers.
Yes, two brothers, Maurice and the narrator. So now he's telling like they won't be returning back to the farmyard any longer. No? So now they are telling we'll sweat no more on scythe and rake. Sweat no more means when they are doing that process in the farm, like when they are yearning, mourning, and they have a very long process now in order to take the harvest. So during that process, obviously they will be sweating, no, like they're getting tired in the half mound hill. It is very bright, the sun is very bright, so they will have to sweat. So hereafter, both of them will, they will not be sweating on scythe and rake. Scythe and rake are used like instruments which are used in the farmyard to cut or trim the grass. Okay, so scythe and rake, you all know rake in the fork maitum fork lay period type than rake. So scythe and rake are two equipments used in the farmyard. So now the narrator is telling we'll sweat no more on scythe and rake. So from today onwards, we won't be sweating on scythes and rake, cutting or trimming grasses. Why? Because they won't be returning to the farmyard any longer. Okay. So my bloody hands and I. So what is the tone you all can see in the last line? My bloody hands and I. Tell me, what is the tone?
Tone.
Sorry?
Emotional tone.
Yeah. Something else?
He is like somewhat meaning like since his hands are bloody, he won't be like he's symbolizing his occupation as a farmer or person who works in a farm.
Okay, what else? What is the tone used here? Don't you all think that he's using a guilty tone? Nanu made a kayum. Adumaitane he's telling my bloody hands and I. He's being guilt, okay, due to the action he did. So my bloody hands and I appriyani I don't want to put a guilty tone. Just note these stuffs down, okay. I won't be telling everything. You all have to do this. Apathan all poro read panakol lati magic ma ikyo. Poro read panakol என்ன சரி வழங்கணும்னு you all have to mark these things down. புக்க புதுசுமா வெச்சுக்கொள்ளாம கொனம் கீட்டி பசங்க வெச்சுக்கோங்க, okay. Okay, so my bloody hands and I, they are the houseman is using a guilty tone. Why? Because he's worried, like he is forced to the situation. He cannot do anything else instead other than killing his brother. Okay, he is forced to the situation, so he is guilty, and he, however, conducted this murder. Okay, so I wish you strength to bring you pride and the love to keep you clean, and I wish you luck come Lamestide at racing on the green. So, what is Lamestide?
The village festival.
It's a rural harvest festival.
Yes, very good. It is a harvesting festival. It is a village festival. So Lamastide is or like kittatla varudhu. Okay, like Diwali. We have Diwali on October 31st. No, so likewise, the murder and the date it is very close. Lamastide festival is being very close. So now this person, this narrator, is wishing Terence. So the one the wish pandra Terence. Okay, I wish you strength to bring your pride. So he's wishing Terence and the love to keep you clean. So do you think that the love of these brothers is clean and pure? No, right? Why? Because because of this love, he had to kill his own brother. Okay, so now he's telling like, he's wishing Terence to find a clean love, no, which means he's indirectly telling that he couldn't find a clean love. Okay, so now he's telling, I wish you strength to bring you pride and a love to keep you clean. So he's wishing Terence. So whom did I tell you all Terence is for the narrator?
His brother.
Terence. Who is Terence?
Terence is
Terence
someone
is a close person
closer to the
to the narrator.
narrator.
Yes, a person dearer to the narrator. Okay, so now the narrator is wishing Terence pride and strength and a love to keep him clean. And I wish you luck come Lamastide at racing on the green. At racing on the green means like a very greeny, grassy area. Okay, so here he's like wishing. He's like what? Wishing சொல்லலும். He's wishing Terence to find a clean love and he's wishing strength and pride also. So I wish you luck come Lamastide, like he's inviting. Okay, come Lamastide at racing on the green. So here he's like having a optimistic nature. Okay, so long for me the Rick will wait and long will wait the fold. So here Rick will wait na.
Stack of
Hmm?
The cattle will be waiting for him.
No, what is Rick? Long for me, the rick will wait. Rick means a pile of hay. When I சொன்னேன் hay and I told that is white collar something no. So hay அப்ப அதெல்லாம் இப்படி கட்டி கட்டி அந்த பெருசா இப்படி கட்டி வைப்பான் தானே. So அதெல்லாம் என்னத்துக்கு சும்மா அணி கட்டி ஓரமாக்கி வைக்கிறதுக்கு இல்லையே. They have a process after that also. So now the sunburn half mount நான் சொன்னேனே half of the process is done and அப்ப அது அப்படியே halfல வச்சிக்கி. They have not continued for that day. Why? Because they are not going to return anymore. So now he's telling அது நான் கட்டி ஓரமாக்கி வச்சதெல்லாம் அப்படியே எனக்காக வெயிட் பண்ணி கொண்டு இருக்கும். Okay, எவ்வளோ வெயிட் பண்ணும்? Long வெயிட் பண்ணும். Long for me the Rick will wait. It will keep waiting until he comes, but he won't come back. So the Rick and those piles of hay should have to remain at the same position. And long will wait the fold. Fold means what?
Friends Festival.
Fold. Fold means like a type of fence which is covered for the animals. Okay, so and long will wait the fold. So that is also like it is present in the farmyard, no, so that will also be waiting until he return. And long will stand the empty plate and dinner will be cold. So what is that?
Yeah, meaning that they won't return to the home. So the
Yes.
dinner what the mother have served them will be cold because there's no one to eat it.
Very good, very good. And long will stand the empty plate and dinner will be cold. So now the mother will be keep waiting for her two sons to return so that they can eat together. Plate one the empty aikum, but the food table will be filled so that after they come she can serve to their sons. Okay, but tonight they won't be returning, so the plate will be empty and the food will turn cold because it's too late. However, they won't be returning back. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So this poem is a ballad poem which is spoken to Terence, okay, by the narrator. So he is feeling guilty and however he is not stepping back with his decision of killing his own brother. So do you all have any doubts, girls? Shafia, are you in the meeting? You're listening?
No, no doubts.
Minha and Shafia,
Yeah, ma'am.
do you have any doubts? Then shall I read out the themes? Write down, okay? Just themes in போட்டுக்கோங்க, textbookல எழுதிக்கோங்க. First one, Are you all writing?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Write the first one. Consequences of sudden impulses. First theme is consequences of sudden impulses. Done?
Yes, miss.
Second one. Transitory nature of life. Transitory nature of life.
Ma'am, what's the second one?
Transitory nature of life. First one is consequences of sudden impulses. Second one is transitory nature of life. Third one is not being satisfied with what we possess. Not being satisfied with what we possess.
Miss, can you repeat that again?
Not being satisfied with what we possess. You'll write all three?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so now so again I'll just give a summary about this. So this is a conflict which occurs between two brothers. Okay, so this might be a long lasted grudge or maybe a provocation of instant anger. Okay, so here we can say now A.E. Houseman is an English scholar. Okay, so he is best known to the general public for his poems. Okay, so yeah, A. Houseman means Alfred Edwin Houseman. Okay, so this whole incident can be categorized as a personal matter. Okay, it's a personal matter. So this narrator has killed his own brother because of a love affair, a love triangle, which means a same girl is being loved by both of the brothers. So it is a conflict in the incident. Okay, so this is mainly about a conflict between two brothers. So however, the narrator has left out the information, so why he really killed his brother was because of the love. Okay, so this climax of this incident, so or the climax of this murder can be a long lasted grudge or also can be a provocation of instant anger. Okay, so I'll be sending all notes regarding this, so I will include all of these stuffs are included in the note. Okay, so however, the narrator seems to be lamenting now. So, however, at the end of the day, he is worried. Worry ആവി ഒന്നും use ഇല്ല, but still he's guilt and he's worried. He's expressing his emotions. So the narrator seems to be lamenting over what he has done. Okay, so in the what is incident takes place in the whole poem is the narrator addresses a person called or person or a thing called Terence, and it appears that he's making a confession. Like he's making a confession mean he's telling, he's wishing luck to find a pure love. Okay, so he's making a confession, and also he bids farewell to the farm, the environment. Okay, and he emphasizes that he would not come home again. He mentions that also. He's telling it earlier that he won't be returning home anyways. Okay, so when the sun rises over the barn, he notices how the dead body of his brother Morris lies amongst the stay, and the knife is in his side. Okay, so and now the blood is dried because the sun is so much brighter. Okay, so the narrator mentions about his mother. Okay, the mother who is thinking about her two sons, who is waiting with the dinner until they come. Okay, and also he's like worried about the situation of his mother. Okay, so that's basically about this. And the poetic techniques, anaphora is used in the last three lines also. Okay, mark it. Anaphora is used in the last three lines also. And I told you all the theme. The first theme is consequences of sudden impulses. Second one is transitive nature of life. And third one is not being satisfied with what we possess. Okay, so the word tis in the third paragraph, the second line, tis, rake, and fold. All of these are colloquial language or biblical language or archaic language. We can say any either three words: colloquial language, biblical language, or archaic language. So these are all like Latin language. Sorry, not English, but Latin. So enjambment technique is used in the second paragraph. In the first paragraph, we have anaphora and alliteration, and in the third paragraph we have flashback. In the fourth paragraph we have a guilty tone, and we have we have a guilty tone. In the fifth paragraph we just don't have any techniques, but we find a very meaningful sentence in that the narrator is wishing for Terence. In the fifth paragraph again we have colloquial language and anaphora. So the whole poem is an elegy. Elegy means a sad notion poem, a ballad poem, or narrative poem ன்னு சொல்லிடும். And the other thing is what the whole poem has a rhyming scheme. What rhyming scheme? Abba abba rhyming scheme. AB AB அப்படின்டா. Tree is rhyming with the word me. Show is rhyming with the word mo. So first line and third line is rhyming, and the second line is fourth line is rhyming with each other. So that is basically the summary of the whole thing. Did you all understand very clearly?
Yeah, ma'am.
Shafia, Ifra?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, ma'am, understood.
Okay. So then shall I send you all the questions in the group?
Okay, miss.
Ifra, are you in the group? Are you added to the group?
Yeah, miss, I'm there in the group.
Okay, then I'll send the questions to the group. You will have only 6 minutes to answer one question. Okay, send me quickly.
Ma'am,
Yes.
when would you be checking our notebooks?
You all have to. Yeah, I'm thinking about that because I have to. The physical, I want to check your answers and stuff. Even though I correct it to you all through the phone, I'm not much satisfied. Is there any ways in which I can get your notebooks?
It's better you don't get it now, ma'am.
Then when should I get it?
Maybe after my exams.
Okay. You are from Galileo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll somehow try to get it. I'll drop you a personal text. How about Minha?
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I wanted to ask y'all. Okay, so is this way of teaching fine, or can you all understand, or do you all have any? You all want to make any changes? You all can suggest. Okay, I'm not like that strict or law and please hold it away and come on. Just tell me. Is there any changes which I have to make? Am I too fast, or do you all want more notes?
No, miss, your teaching method is fine, can understand well.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
is it hard to teach interactive in an interactive way
Yes, sir.
like in video or something? Cause
The video, the thing is, yeah, even I thought at the beginning, okay, because literature class, even I did online class only. We usually did doing video calls, but the thing is, we are recording the meeting, no. So, like, if there is any new people joining, we have to send the recording for them to view it first. And even if we upload in YouTube, people will be watching through YouTube also, no. So the thing is, like, and as every one of us are girls, I don't think it's much safe. I hope you get me.
yeah, ma'am. I just ask cause
Yeah,
normally I get more attention when studying when I can see the teacher.
yeah, that's true. But as this is an online session and many people are watching the recording also, so that's why.
Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. I just
Okay,
thought of asking.
okay, fine. If you all are done with the first question, send that to me and then attempt the second one, okay, so that I can mark and send it to you all.
Miss, should we send it to your personal number or in the group?
No, personal number.